Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to be continuing on with our C# tutorial series. And in this particular video we are going to be taking a look at some of the methods to convert from one data type to another using the convert class. Now the convert class is a class that's built into .NET. It allows us to, well, as the name implies, convert between different types. So you can do, for example, strings to various kinds of signed integers and unsigned integers like we have here. You can see there's no like convert.toInt or whatever. There's only toInt16, int32, int64, etc., etc. So you can see in the convert.toInt16, toInt32, and toInt64, I have strings passed to them of the number 10, so a string representation of 10. And what this method will then do when you actually run the code is it will convert that string representation of 10 to the actual corresponding integer. So in the case of toInt16, it'll convert it to a 16-bit integer, int32 to a 32-bit integer, int64 to a 64-bit integer. And the same thing applies to convert.toUint16, uint32, and uint64. We also have a string representation of 10 passed to each of those. And what that will then do is when you run that code, it'll convert that string representation of 10 to a 16-bit unsigned integer, a 32-bit unsigned integer, and a 64-bit unsigned integer, respectively. And as you can see, there's also no toUint method in convert. Now, of course, these methods can take different values, but I'm just using a string for simplicity. And then there's also toDouble and toDecimal. So what these will do is when you run the code, whatever's you pass as a parameter. In this case, to each of them, we have a string representation of 3.14. What the toDouble method will do is it'll take that string representation of 3.14 and convert that to a double. And then same thing goes for the toDecimal, where it'll take that string representation of 3.14 once the code is run, and convert that to a decimal. Now, one thing to keep in mind with these methods is that they can, depending on which one you're using and what you pass to them, they can throw an exception. They can throw an error, and you have to kind of keep an eye out for that. But later on, we'll talk about what exactly exceptions even are and how we can handle them. But for now, just be warned. If you pass them the wrong kind of value, you will get an error, and you'll get this like giant stack trace in your console. So that's really all that needs to be talked about with the convert class and using some of the methods to convert from one data type to another. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.